It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Here alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Hart. Thrilled to be back in Boston. The Celtics ready for that home court advantage. And the good news about Avery Bradley, recovered and ready to get back into the thick of things.
You know what, Kevin? It's quite cool for us to be here for his first game back. And I'll tell you something else. Any fears they had about his injury having ill effects on the team were swept aside pretty quickly when they began to play so well without him. They really didn't suffer in his absence very much at all.
No, but they sure are happy to have him back, because I'm not sure how long that run would have lasted with his talent missing from this lineup. Now all of a sudden you've got him returning. You've got a team that already has some confidence. It's a pretty nice recipe for this team to go on a nice roll right now.
And a look at the starters. For the Cavaliers, Harris in at 2-guard. The two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Gortat. That's in there. Love with the assist. Gortat's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Cavs. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Thomas against Irving. Here's McCarthy. Gortat with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the left side wing. There's a screen by Gortat. Harris dishes to Gortat. Hunter, Gortat covering, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Celtics shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Now here is Harris. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. And Love gets it to go.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Irving against Thomas. The pass to Shelton. Pass to McCarthy. Corner shot. Buries the jump shot. McCarthy. And so here's Cleveland. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively that day.
Yeah, their scoring came from all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another that did. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here's Thomas following the score by Cleveland. Hunter, the pass to Shelton. Count that one. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Irving kicks to Harris. Gortat with a screen on Young. There's a screen by Gortat. Fires from the wing. Harris. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Thomas kicks to Young. To the left wing. McCarthy. Gortat covering. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now. James outside. Harris dishes to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Good. And that's now 6 points for Marcin Gortat.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Now, here's Thomas, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Here's Hunter, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against Philadelphia.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Thomas passes to Young. Goes up the baseline. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's now 7 points for the chosen one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told Harris that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. The second thing he said to them was that they should be looking for opportunities to push the ball up the court and convert some quick, easy baskets in transition. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Outside Thomas. Shelton passes to Hunter. Puts up the baby hook. That one off the back iron and out. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Harris. And again, it's Cleveland.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
To the paint. And the Cavaliers with possession. And Thomas over to help. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Near the three-point line, it's Love. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Love's got his second basket of the night.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Young, here we go. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Young's got his second bucket.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
LeBron with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Gortat with the screen for Harris. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Second foul of the first quarter. They're probably going to have to sit him down here to try to avoid number 3.
Shumpert is checked in for Gortat. Thomas goes in. There's the pick. Pass to Hunter. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, we didn't see too many plays like that when they were digging this hole for themselves.
No, maybe they'll start Clark making up for it now.
Well, it's all about effort and energy and anticipation, and they're finally getting some of that. Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Now, here is Young. A 14-point game for him in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Down to 5 on the shot clock with his first shot attempt, and the basket by Thomas. Thomas got his first 2 points.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Now here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Shumpert. Irving from long range. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Thomas kicks to Young. Thomas dishes to Young. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Cleveland?
And they're doing a fantastic job of...
23 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's Irving. He really was a guy who also stepped up in that win against the Nets. The dish to Smith. Feeds it to Shumpert. With 1 on the clock, that's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Cavaliers lead by 19. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Coming up Monday, January 15th, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks. Live.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Harris in at point guard. Gortat is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And the basket by Harris.
What a terrific job to get the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup, still able to get off a nice long-range shot there.
Thomas sets a screen for Smart. And Thomas, here we go. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Harris with it. Now, Thomas defending. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Shumpert. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And it's Boston the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
That was a tough game for them to lose, guys, because they really played well throughout the game.
I agree there, but despite the result, I think they can definitely take some positives away from it.
Thomas against Harris. And again, it's Isaiah Thomas. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And Gortat kicks to Shumpert. Gortat with a screen on Thomas. Harris passes to Gortat. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Johnson's shot is off. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Thomas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got 8 points.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Allen's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
There's the double team with Allen. And so it's Cleveland with it. Cleveland leading by 19. Gortat inside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Johnson wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Down low. It's tipped. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Inside, here's McCarthy. The rebound by Johnson.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
James sets the screen for Harris. He feeds it to James. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From deep, Thomas, and he gets it to go. Thomas got 11 points.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And it's Harris off the drive. Allen kicks to Harris. LeBron with a screen on Thomas. Johnson outside. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Celtics. Joe Johnson pulls it in. Johnson's got his third rebound tonight. Harris dishes to Allen. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. The Cavaliers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Young's checked in for Smart. And Cleveland with a change here too. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Joe Johnson. Celtics trail by 19. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. The chosen one in their last time out against the Nets got down to business. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way, and he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it was his night, he just attacked relentlessly.
Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Cleveland. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The pass to Hunter. Back to Thomas. Kicks it to Young. Outside Thomas. Passes to Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Harris with it. Now Thomas defending. Over in the corner, Allen. Gortat, the pass to Allen. LeBron sets the screen for Harris. Inside. And James throws it down hard. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Outside for Thomas. Nailed from three-point land. Thomas got 14.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. LeBron James second.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you know, you got to be smart, too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Boston. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Love's checked in. And it's Harris off the drive. LeBron kicks to Harris. Yes, Harris. It's James picking up the assist. 18 points for the chosen one.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Thomas dishes to Harkless. Pass to Hunter. They get a hand on it. Harkless kicks to Thomas. Over to the wing. Here's Shelton. And it's Boston with another. Now LeBron. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn. James a screen on Young. Harris with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Harris outside. Back to LeBron. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Thomas with the ball. 14 points for him. They set the pick. The feed now to Harkless. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Love.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
That drops.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Over to the left wing. Shelton. He's guarded by Love and stolen by Love. Bradley against Irving. Harris outside. Love with the screen for Harris. There's the steal. Pass to Madsen. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He hits the second from the line. The Cavaliers leading by 22. LeBron kicks to Harris. There's the pick. Back to James. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
And Young, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And we talk about Avery Bradley here. Let's take a look at some of his stats. How this year has shaped up for him. He's around 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Harris against Young. Clock at 6. Harris passes to Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Shelton. He's guarded by Love. Here's Bradley. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Bradley's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, they really started to come on here in the second.
Playing much better here, guys, and it looks like they're starting to make up some ground. We'll see if that can continue.
Young against Harris. He dishes it to Irving. Fires the 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
There's the pass to Shelton. Wide open look. Cavaliers with the rebound. Harris has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
They get it back. LeBron's shot is good.
Now he's finally starting to get it going. going here offensively.
.59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bradley passes to Shelton. Back to Bradley. It's Young on the wing. Passes it to Shelton. Soft touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far. Here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Dishes to Harris. LeBron sets the screen for Harris. Left side, Love. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Harkless. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. So both teams making some changes here. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one.
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
All of it, really. I mean, I see the whole defense is something I can exploit. Man, honestly, I got them running around like a chicken with his head cut off right now. I'm just having fun like it's a pickup game at this point.
Your decisions have been on point to this point. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Harris. He has 18 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, it looks like he's in for a big night.
Isaiah Thomas out there with Young. And it's Shelton in at power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. Here's Hunter. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Here's Young. Outside Thomas. Back to Young. Pass to Hunter. Expanding his range. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Young outside. And Gortat over to help. Young against Gortat. McCarthy the pass to Hunter. 6 to shoot. Young outside. Launches a 3. That's good. Young's got 13 points.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Love with the screen on Young. There's the dish to Love. Young against Harris. Fires the 3. That drops. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Hunter, the pass to Shelton. Here's McCarthy, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Harris setting the pick for Irving. Feeds it to Harris. Love with the screen on Thomas. Harris misses.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And pushing it up. Here's Boston. They get it back. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Some big-time power on that putback.
You got to admire the perseverance, don't you? He worked for that one so hard.
Went after it.
Yeah, that's what offensive rebounding is all about, Kevin. Anticipation and grinding for those second chances. For the Celtics, they've really struggled against Gortat.
He has 11 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And a moment here to look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving. 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's been such a good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And, Steve, I really think he deserves an awful lot of credit for making it into the top 10 in three-point shooting. I mean, that's pretty high-quality marksmanship when you're a top 10 three-point shooter.
Something's starting to click for this team, guys. You can feel it. The three-pointers are dropping. Their offense is flowing.
They've had a great second half from long range.
Gortat with a screen on Young. And it's Harris off the drive with the fadeaway. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Kevin Love, 4th.
It's amazing these days. There's just so many good outside shooting big men. That didn't used to be the case in the NBA, but now the floor is spread all over the place because you've got so many big-time shooters at that 4 and 5 spot.
Yeah, you make a good point there, Steve. Big guys shooting the ball well. It's part and parcel of the game now. You go back a generation, there were only a fraction of big men who can knock down outside shots like we're seeing currently. A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Thomas against Irving. Gortat with the block. Love right side. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 16 points for Love.
He had no problem knocking down that shot, and a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Thomas kicks to Hunter. They set the screen. Back to Thomas. Young in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And Thomas has it in the corner. Baseline J on the way. Boston, no good that time either.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Here's Harris. And another 3 for Cleveland.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Here's Shelton. Boston, no good that time either. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Love with the screen on Thomas. Harris kicks to Love. Thomas with the steal. And oh, here we go with Thomas. Nobody back. And the shot is good. Thomas got 16.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Harris inside. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
And there's the pass to Hunter. Kicks it to Thomas. Young outside. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. It's his 5th foul. There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Irving kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Johnson. Rebounded by Smart. Smart's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. He kicks to Bradley. Wide open look. And that one goes long.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Harris outside. Left side Harris. Gortat with the screen for Harris. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Heaves it up. Cannot hit.
Friday, January 19th.
And at the end of the and a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Harris, he's in at the point. Johnson is out there with Smith. Then there's Evans, and it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard position. Boston shooting around 40% from the floor here. Is it? He's guarded by Johnson. Off with the layup. And so it's Cleveland with it. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Some good matchups. And I'll tell you, the one I have my eye on is the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's a good matchup. They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. And he's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Pass to Madsen. Celtics passing it around. 5 on the clock. Drilled from 11 feet out. Madsen. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And it's Harris off the drive. Johnson sends the screen for Harris. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Evans setting the pick for Harris. There's a screen. And there's the feed to Evans. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Offline with his three. And here they come. Here's Madsen, finished off the break. Madsen's got 4 points this quarter.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Evans setting the pick for Harris. To the middle. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So both teams changing it up here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And that's helped with their passing game, too, because they're getting a lot of assists by sharing the ball and moving it.
Hunter. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Harris outside. Evans setting the pick for Harris. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw. The Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Gortat's checked in for Evans. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Iman Shumpert. Shot from the wing, and he knocks down the jumper. 34 points for the chosen one.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Thomas passes to Shelton.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half.
The Cavaliers leading by 19. Irving attacking. Right side Irving. It's Allen on the wing. 6 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Irving has simply been great. He's got 20 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Love comes in for Johnson, and Harris subbed in for Allen. Harris against Thomas. Passes it to McCarthy. Thomas kicks to Hunter. Misses off the left iron.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Harris with it. Now Thomas defending. Fade away. That's good. Harris. And that's 36 points for the chosen one. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Thomas kicks to Hunter. Here's the screen. Pass to Shelton. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Hunter. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. The Cavaliers leading by 20. LeBron dishes to Harris. Gortat with a screen on Young. Feeds to Gortat. Back to Harris. Gortat with the screen for Harris. Gortat inside. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Marcin Gortat.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Passes it to Hunter. Tipped away and stolen by Harris. Irving passes to Harris. Gortat with a screen on Young. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drains the three-pointer. Harris has got 39.
This is unbelievable. What a shooting exhibition we're seeing out there today.
The Celtics shooting at a decent 44% clip here. They set the pick. Thomas kicks to Hunter. Back to Thomas. Hunter. Gortat covering. Count the bucket.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Cleveland leading by 23. LeBron dishes to Harris. Gortat with a screen on Young. And it's Harris off the drive. Came hard off that pick and finished strong.
And that was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. To the inside, here's Shelton. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The first free throw is good. Monroe's checked in for Boston. And then for Cleveland, Johnson, he's checked in for Love. Johnson comes in for LeBron. And Tony Allen subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
Nobody near Allen. Misses the 3. Boston with the ball. Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And Thomas, here we go. That's good. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Johnson sets the screen for Harris. Gortat trying to break loose. And another hit. Shot made once more from Harris.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. Harris. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And it's Boston with another.
There's been a change in this game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Gortat with a screen on Thomas. Gortat, the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And that one's good. Harris has got 48.
Wow. What can you say?
Thomas gets a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
Harris against Thomas. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Here's Harris, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Well, the Celtics shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Madsen. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 assists in the game.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Back to Harris from downtown. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Here is Thomas. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Harris outside. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Nobody near Allen. Another 3 for Cleveland.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from them.
Thomas goes in. High post try. Thomas with another miss.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to be up 2-0 in the season series.
Yeah, but still 2 more games upcoming between them, Steve, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the chosen one. He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than his scoring as he racked up a triple-double.
Knocked loose. Gortat with the steal. Allen right side. Puts up a 3. That's good from Harris on the assist by Allen. 61 points for the chosen one. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Thomas against Harris. Thomas goes in, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him. Now here is Harris. There's the triple. Misses. So we see the Cavaliers.
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
Yo, Doors, you know I'm always able to take over. Come on. Sometimes I even have to wait around and lay low for a few quarters. Just so things are a little more dramatic in the fourth, you feel me? Yo, I know drama, and I like to keep it fun for the fans. That's just me, baby.
It was a pleasure for us to watch. Thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you.